It's a fantastic April 16th. Sun's shining. You're probably not listening to us on April 16th. But if you're in Oregon, I don't know what it's like the rest of the country. If you're in Oregon, it's probably still going to be beautiful when this show airs. Because it's 86 tomorrow. It's just fucking summertime around here, baby. I've been washing cars, doing oil changes, got my tank top on, flip-flops, walking around. It's just fantastic. It's a beautiful day. We got a great episode for you. That guy over there, that's Brad. I'm Eric. We are the Eric and Brad Show. We got these sweet stickers now. You know, now it's official. Now it's official. Now it's a show. Okay, now it's a show. When you can stick it, you're a show. How's Bradley doing?
Doing good. I mean, just we're doing this show a day early than usual. So it was a short week for the Eric and Brad Show. I feel like I just did the show with Eric, I don't know, 2 days ago.
This is true.
So
this is a true statement.
all I've done since the last show is work and play Warzone. So don't judge me off this show alone.
Yeah, and I've been saying it a lot lately, and sorry, but this was hell week for me. This was the worst week of my life as far as like what my bosses expected me to get done, and like what they gave me a week to do. I told them the week before, I was like, there's no way. It is impossible. We're not going to make that deadline. And they're like, well, we don't give a shit if you work Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. That shit's getting done next week. And I'm just like, fuck. And so it's been...
Pretty sure you said that last week.
Yeah.
Not the deadline stuff, but
that was
worst
of
week
this
stuff.
this week.
Oh.
That was shit's got to get done this week. We talked
Gotcha.
last Thursday. So we've done an episode since that conversation went through, but this was the actual week that that shit was going down. So I've been like, yeah, this show has been the bottom of my thought. I come home and then I spend all night thinking about the next day of how do we make it like better? How do we like get shit done? I'm not thinking about this crap at all. And I did do something that I told my girlfriend all about it, and she thought I was a piece of shit. And maybe you guys let me know if I'm an asshole. Because it's funny. I go to work and I tell stories about my home life, and they're all like, you're a fucking asshole. And then I come home and I tell stories about my work day, and she goes, you're a fucking asshole. You know, like they're talking on behalf of the other person. But in the moment, I don't think I'm an asshole. You know, it's not like very few times in my life I've ever been told, you're a fucking dick. You know what I mean? Like, it's always joking. So tell me if I'm a dick. Tell me if this is a piece of shit move. So we hit Monday, and like, I pretty much, you know, I'm on one. And then I'm telling, you know, the people that work under me, I'm like, we got to go. Like, this is fucking go time. There's no dick. You know, if you're people doing, you know, constantly talking shit, just like, come on, is it going to take you all fucking day to do that? Like, let's go. We got to go. It's go time. We're pouring Thursday. Like, that's when we're fucking pouring. So Monday and Tuesday are all that. And like, I tell the crew multiple times, I was like, I don't give a shit if you got corona, you're coming to work all week this week. Like, there is no calling in sick. Like, you have to be here. And fucking, so I say that and say that.
It's going to be a lot worse than corona.
And then Wednesday rolls around, and I've already talked to my bot. We had it scheduled to pour on Wednesday, but you can also, on like big pours, you can like do a will call for the next day. You do that a lot in concrete, just in case something goes wrong. You can end up getting, you can have it kind of, they have you penciled in that they can roll you over into the next day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he's like, if we're not doing Wednesday, we're doing Thursday. Beginning of the week, I'm like, you might as well call the concrete company and tell them we're doing Thursday, because there's no way we're making Wednesday. And then we're hustling to make Thursday, to make which would have been yesterday. And we're hustling. And then Wednesday rolls around. The superintendent drives in like at 10 o'clock, 9 or 10. He was getting shit. He pulls in. We have a little discussion. He's like, yeah, we're not pouring Thursday. He's like, the fucking concrete pumping company just pretty much told me that they can't do it. And then they can't do it Friday, and they can't do it Saturday, and they don't work Sunday. He's like, they're booked out all the way through, and they can't fit us in. So they're like, we have to do it Monday. I was fucking ecstatic. I'm just like, oh, thank baby Jesus came down and blessed me because I was so fucking stressed out. But it wasn't my fault now. No one could like pin it on us that it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And so I was like, oh, sweet. Well, I didn't fucking tell anybody. I just continue working and let the rest of the crew think that we have to fucking pour on Thursday. And then so all day, yeah. So that's what my girl tells me I'm a piece of shit for pulling that move. So I knew Wednesday. I didn't say a fucking word to anybody. And fucking one of the guys goes and talks to my boss, who's like his right-hand man. And fucking he comes over and like kind of says something about it. And I'm like, shh, 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 shh. I'm like, that's our little secret. Okay, buddy? And like, so the rest of the crew, they just think that we still have to pour Thursday. And I let them fucking sweat. And fuck. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, they're like, we're not staying late. Because I said, if we're not done today, we're staying. I was like, if we have to stay till 8 o'clock on Wednesday, we're staying till 8 o'clock. Like, that's how this is going to go. And fucking 4:30 rolls around, and they're like, so are we? I was like, no, we can wrap up. We can go. And they're like, what? They're like, we're not ready. And I'm just like, yeah, we don't have to pour tomorrow. And they're just like, what? And I just start laughing. Told that story to my girl, and she's like, you're a fucking asshole. It's a dick move. I was like,
no, I don't think you're an asshole. I think if you would have made them work till 8 o'clock, you would have been.
Would you, if in years, would you do that? Could you picture yourself doing that?
Yeah.
Like just to get the work out of people? You know what I mean? Like,
yes, absolutely. No, I don't think you're an asshole.
I thought it was funnier than shit. I thought it was great. I've never done that maneuver
I've been
before.
frustrated at work before when people just want to dick around and don't want to work. And it's like, fucking come on, we have to do something. Yeah. Sorry for being that guy that's all serious about it. Come on, let's go. Let's do something.
Yeah.
But if you would have made them work till 8, that would have pissed me off. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no. I'm on your side.
Boom. Rock and roll.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's been just a banger of a day. I got up 9 o'clock. I was outside, flip-flops, shorts, tank top, changing oil. Then moved it on over, washed 2 vehicles. It's been a great day. I was spraying the little girl down with the hose. She's running away. It was great. It was just a perfect summer day. Just perfect summer day.
Fucking sounds nice.
It's not even summer yet.
Yeah.
We're killing it out here. And then tomorrow I'm going paintballing.
Oh my God. That's why we had to do it early?
Yeah. Dude, come on.
You told me that. I forgot.
It's amazing. I'm so happy. I got 10 people together to go paintballing.
That's amazing, dude.
I'm a happy camper. I can see in your face and your voice that you're not as jacked up as I am right now. But I know that you just got off work, and that sucks.
Yeah.
Where I'm just... It's my fucking Saturday. It's Friday.
Yeah.
It's my Friday, which is a Saturday. Oh, it's just... Woo! I'm a happy puppy.
I was just feeling like kind of sick all day and like a headache.
Put your mask on.
And really...
6 feet, Brad.
Really tired.
6 feet.
Really sleepy.
Aww.
And I thought last week was a good show. I was proud of the show last week.
Well, that's good.
And I thought you edited it together perfectly.
Did I? Thank you. I was wondering about that.
Yeah. I was like, damn. I was like, nice work. He did well. And then I feel like we kind of have a big show next week, possibly. So this week I was like, ugh, all I've done is work and play Call of Duty.
Thank you for the compliment. That makes me feel good. I wanted that one to turn out good, and I thought I did do a good job. I always feel like I could do better, but there's always like a fucking scale. You know, it's like, yeah, I could spend 5 hours doing an intro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like, it's not worth it. It's like, I'll put an hour into it. But after an hour, you're not getting, and it kind of does bum me out, though, because now that I'm getting good at the editing shit on Premiere, now I kind of do want to do a project that I care about. You know what it like do?
Like a long project?
Like really put time into fucking, 30 seconds. You know what I mean? Like fucking really go for like a video. I want to make a music video or, like a video or something like that, a little mini movie. I want to buy, dude, I pretty much, I feel, I don't have like pro gear, but I think the only thing I'm really missing is I need to buy one of those fucking boom mics. I want to buy one of those. Because I want to do like movie shit. And it'd be fun. And that, like, really, that's the hardest thing is I have a bunch of audio gear, but to make it like a movie to where people aren't like holding the microphone.
Yeah.
You know, I want to buy the boom mic and I want to buy the lav mics. But if you're trying to make a movie, you still shouldn't be using lav mics. You know what I mean? Because you wouldn't want to see the lav mic. You know what I mean? You'd want the boom mic.
Yeah.
I wish you were here,
I've never
man.
used one.
Because I feel like if we were together, you'd be a person I could talk that would be into a project like that. All my friends wouldn't really be into that. Like, I don't know. That just doesn't. I know my friends here. If you want to talk paintballing or hunting, they're like they'll get a boner for that. Or, you know, getting together drinking, get a boner for that. But if I'm like, hey, let's go make a movie, I'd be like, no, man, that doesn't sound that fun. Fucking.
I could write a movie.
You could write a movie? You wouldn't be in one?
Oh, I'd want to be in it too.
Okay.
I think I could act.
Yeah. And by movie, I don't know if we have a different thing. I mean, like, in my mind, it's like a 10-minute. It's like 10 minutes, and it's like, I don't know.
Well, I could do like 45 minutes,
or maybe 45. But then you get to 45, you're really getting into some like serious scenes and editing and like shit like that. My brother used to do way back in the day, and I mean they were just doing it bullshit. Like they were just doing it with like a camera, and like they just hit stop and then hit record. You know what I mean? And like that was the movie. That was their editing.
Yeah.
And fucking, I'm talking like the mid '90s, and when I was a wee lad, and I remember them doing it, and like they had like a group of 5 people, and they would do like a little drug trade. And then fucking a car chase scene, you know what I mean? And fucking, like, it'd be fun as shit, dude. I'd love to go do that. Like, film a fucking car chase type situation.
Yeah. Or like a murder.
Or yeah. I wish, dude, fucking now I got like gear, I need to find some blanks, because that'd be fun. Like, go out in the woods, you know what I mean? And get my truck, get someone like wrapping around fucking sideways around like a dirt road, and someone out the window with like an AR with blanks in it, like bah, 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 bah. It'd be fucking cool as shit, right?
Yeah, that would be awesome. That'd be cool.
I know that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm living my fantasies out.
I renewed my lease yesterday for a year.
Nice.
So.
How's that? You happy?
It's good.
You seem like you dig where you're at and you dig your landlord, so I assume that's good news.
Yeah, I dig my landlord, but I don't feel like I have another choice. This is it for now.
This is it. Yeah. You could move to Oregon, and then we could make these movies we're talking about.
Yeah, we could. If I look, when it comes to cryptocurrency, as well as I've done, I could have done so much better where I could have been a millionaire right now, and then I could do something like that.
What'd you fuck up? You just didn't put enough money into it?
Yeah. If I would have put more into it in the right places, I was actually going through Twitter yesterday around just the Twitter universe and seeing all these people that became like millionaires this week alone. And I was like, fuck.
Did we do
there are so many millionaires.
Did it shoot up again or something like that this week?
Oh, yeah. It's going nuts.
What's it at now?
It's going insane. Oh, it's at that Bitcoin's at like 61,000, but what we're in right now is called alt season, where all the alternative coins, the little penny coins and stuff, are now all shooting up. Because after Bitcoin goes up for a few months, and then all of a sudden when it levels out, then all the altcoins go behind it. So now we're in the alt season.
What's the one that's like the second biggest? What's the name of that one?
Ethereum?
What is it?
Yeah. Ethereum.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of millionaires made this week, and I'm not one of them, but I could have been, and then I could have moved away from North Dakota and had my millions in crypto.
Yeah, that would be...
I should be grateful for what I made.
Wish I was a millionaire. Yeah, that'd be dope. Be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Be pretty cool.
Would have been so easy.
Do you believe that bullshit? I mean, I get it, but do you believe what a lot of people say that after you make 60 grand a year, none of that attributes to happiness?
Yeah, it's 80.
80,000. Do you believe it? Because I don't. I think that's bullshit.
I believe it. No, I believe it.
No, fuck that. Fuck that.
Well, it's been proven.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's not just theory.
Okay. I think like a broad brush stroke, yeah, you can say that there's just as many depressed people that are rich, but yeah, they're just fucking idiots. Because fuck that. If you can't realize how awesome it is to like not have to worry about that shit and have the capabilities to just up and fucking move and not worry about shit, like have the cash flow to be like, I'm going to go fucking jump over to Texas. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, that's just what I'm going to do. And if you're fucking telling me that doesn't give you 10% more fucking happiness to have the capabilities to fucking do that, I don't believe it. Go fuck you. Or to be able to vacation, like legitimately vacation multiple times a year and not fucking worry about it. Fuck that. Fuck.
Well, then explain how rich people kill themselves because they're so sad.
So that broad brush shit. You know what I mean? Poor people at $80,000 kill themselves all the fucking time. So.
Yeah. So the money doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't. Obviously, you're on that boat. Daddy ain't on that boat. I don't fucking.
I'm on the boat.
I don't like that fucking one. Fuck that.
Because they did where, they gave someone 20,000, gave them 40, 60, 80, and measured like happiness levels. And then as soon after 80, they just stayed. They keep giving them more, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, and the happiness level, it didn't affect it anymore.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I don't
know. Yeah. I can kind of see it. I
think that's some bullshit rumor spread to keep fucking keep the working class fucking happy type deal.
I don't think so. I think it's science. You can be sad on the beach with your shirt off with a margarita. You could still be sad, apparently.
No,
allegedly.
I have never experienced that, so I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Well, I know. I hear you. I definitely hear you. You give me a couple mil, I'll be happy, motherfucker.
I'll be a happy motherfucker. I will be.
What?
Okay, that was weird. That was just Zoom that did that. I don't know why that just happened.
Oh, baby.
Your default microphone, for some reason Zoom is fucking switching between microphones. I don't know why. Everything on my recording side is fine. But I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, baby.
What's happening?
That was weird. Is your computer overloaded with files again?
No, dude. I'm still recording, and the audio's still recording. It's Zoom that's fucking doing weird shit. It's changing my microphones. I don't know why.
Sorry about that. That was weird.
I think it's you. I think you're doing it. Whatever. So Saturday. Oh, how was the poker game, by the way?
It was good.
What did you place? Did you do what you thought you were gonna do, or did you do better?
Well, out of 13 people, I think maybe like 3 or maybe even 4 went out before me.
Nice. So you pretty much nailed it right on the head.
I held because it was 2 tables, and the 2 tables were kind of, at the table there was like 2 empty seats next to me, so it was kind of spread out a little bit. You could spread your shit out and fucking, get a good rhythm. So then after those couple people went out and we combined the 2 tables into one, then you're like shoulder to shoulder, and at that point I was like, I can't manage this table anymore, because like by the time it got around to you, even just before the flop was out, the bet was already high because you're going through so many people, and I'm just like, fuck, I'm fucked. I'm not going in with fucking 3 and 5. So it was like up on a TV screen. There was a timer for the blinds. Every 20 minutes the blinds went up. Yeah, so I mean, I lost like $200, but like I said, when you do it once a year, It's just $200. It's not that bad. It was
a
good time.
I'm not there I would have loved to have been there. That would have been fun.
The top 3 people made money. And at the end, when I was down to, when I was just, I won 2 hands in a couple hours just to stretch my timing out and stuff like that. And then my last hand, I was down to like a small amount of chips. And I think there was like a jack, a king, and an ace out there on the flop, and I had a jack and a king. And I was like, all right, I'll go all in because I'm down to a couple chips left, and I have a jack and a king, and there's a jack and a king out there, so I'll go all in and whatever. And someone else went all ace king, yeah, and I was like, fuck, either that or they had a jack ace or something like that, and I was like, I was so close. I felt like I was so close to winning that one, but I had to just go all in. I couldn't just keep, chipping away at it. But it was fun, I thought.
Well, that's fantastic. I wish I was there. So, like, I realized doing last week's episode that if someone was actually paying attention to it, I was supposed to go bear hunting, and then we braked, and then me and you talked, and then at the end of the episode, I was like, okay, I'm going to Eastern Oregon, which maybe people just didn't even think about that. But, so the bear hunting got canceled because my buddy fucking canceled on me because it was fucking drizzling, and he's a little bitch. Side note, I saw another black bear yesterday, so they're fucking everywhere right now. I've only seen 3 black bear in my life. I've seen 2 of them in the last fucking 3 weeks, which is just bananas to me.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I think there's just more black bear here in Oregon than there is in Idaho, because I've only seen one, and it was on the way to. It was on the Newport way to Spokane, whatever highway that is.
Yeah. Highway 2.
Anyways,
I may have seen one.
So that's just all a side note. But anyways, so what we ended up doing is we were going to Eastern Oregon to go see one of my girls' aunt or something like that. They have some property out in the middle of, like, if there was a North Dakota of Oregon, we were in that part of Oregon. We were in the middle of fucking nowhere, and we were up on top of a pass. They still had snow. It was still cold up there. It was freezing temperatures that night. When you come back down to the valley of Portland, it's fucking 70 degrees when we left, and then it's 30 fucking 5 degrees when we get there. Like, what the fuck? It's freezing up here. But they were at like 4,000 feet or something like that. So it's just so weird to, like, it's like a 4-hour drive from us. But anyways, we get that you've done this drive before down 84. So you leave Portland, you hit Hood River, the Dalles, and then you got a pretty good break before you hit Hermiston or whatever, and that's usually where you turn up and then hit Tri-Cities and then head up to 95 or I-90. So we were going to that split, and then we just kept going on 84 and then up past Pendleton. Yeah. But anyways, like, after you leave the Dalles, there's like a long... I
think I've been to Pendleton too.
You've been to Pendleton?
Well, because I went from Sandpoint to Boise, and I feel like you have to cut through Washington and Oregon.
Oh, is that how you got to Boise? Is wrapped around? Because if from where we were on 84 at Pendleton, you're not very far from Boise. You just keep going down 84,
I've been to Pendleton,
and you'll end up in Boise in a few hours. So, anyways, once you get out of the Dalles, you got a long stretch before you get to the Tri-Cities kind of area. You don't go through Tri-Cities.
Shithole.
But fucking, we're driving. We switched, and then she starts driving, and I was fucking tired. And fucking, I'm like in the seat. We're listening to some Harry Potter. Downloaded an audiobook. Listen to Harry Potter, and.
Nice.
Yeah, I love listening to Harry Potter on audio tape. The narrator is fucking fantastic. But yeah, we're out of the Dalles. We're out in the middle of effing nowhere, and fucking she's driving. She's getting grumpy. You can tell she's getting grumpy, and like I'm kind of out of it. And she turns to the kid, and she's like, "Don't you do it!" And she's like, stop psyching yourself out. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I turn around and she's going, and I was just like, what? And then, and you fucking throw up, everywhere. Fucking everywhere. And we're in the middle of fucking nowhere. And and then it hits me, and the smell hits me, and I'm telling, dude, I can deal with sewage. That throw up smelled so fucking bad, dude. And it smelled so rancid. And then I'm fucking, look, windows, all the windows down, fucking all the windows down, fucking.
Pull over,
dude. We're in the middle of a freeway, and it's like, what do we even do? We're not prepared for this. It's not like we're ready to go on the Oregon Trail type situation. You know what I mean? We don't have paper towels in here. We don't have cleaner.
But you're in Oregon on the trail.
I know. So, dude, luckily, I mean, it happened 30 seconds before the only fucking truck stop in that whole stretch. If we would have missed that, it would have been like 90 miles before the next one. And fucking...
Yeah. Is it on the south side of the highway?
Yeah, on the south side, there's a big Love's, big truck stop. And
yeah, I may have slept
it's
there.
It's this beacon. I think it's exit 97. Yeah. I think so. I think you're 97 miles out of Portland. So anyways, we pull over there. They got a dog park, like a fenced-in dog park, and they have an air thing for filling up your tires, and then they have a fucking water spigot. And I remember it was so weird. We're pulling off the freeway, and I'm like, babe, pull over to that dog park. I'm like, I have this weird flash of memory that there's a fucking water spigot over there. And then pull up, sure as shit, there's a fucking water spigot. So then we're just tearing shit out of the car. Dude, her car seat, it's got puke like all inside the car seat. So we just take her car seat. First thing I do, we pull in, I fucking get out, don't even say anything, I just run into the store and just fucking paper towels, grab paper towels, fucking, what else we need? Okay, Armor All Wet Wipes, grab that fucking thing. What else can I use in here? What else can we use in here? You know what I mean? Just grabbing things. What can we get? And then go out, trash bags. We could definitely use trash bags. You know what I mean? Fucking.
Did you have the dog with you?
And then we have the dog. So then I get back to the car, run, get fast I can back to the car, and then give her all the shit. She's already pulling shit out. She's pissed at the little one. So the little one's just standing there straight, like, and she's like, "You just stand right there," and she's and then the dog's trying to get out. She's trying to pissed. And then I go and then I grab the dog and okay, we got to get the dog out of the situation. Perfect again.
Yeah.
Dog park right there, fenced-in dog park. I just take the dog, or actually when we first got there, never mind, take it back. I put the dog on the leash and then wrapped it around the fucking hose spigot, and then took off. You know what I mean? And then ran in, so the dog's stuck on the hose spigot. And then when I get there, the dog's, blah, blah, blah. So then I take the dog into the dog park, just let the dog go, close the gate, and just, now dog's running around in there. Yeah, we were there for 45 minutes cleaning puke out of the fucking car. It was fucking gnarly.
Dude, you gotta warn. There's gotta be a warning.
Dude, that's what we said too. We're like, you gotta.
Hey, I'm gonna puke.
She does this thing where she I don't know, she can psych herself into puking. It's like she didn't really need to puke that bad. She just yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've definitely puked on some car trips and some plane rides before.
As a kid?
When I was little. Oh, yeah. Just puking in, on a plane, I got really bad motion sickness as a kid, so there was a flight where I was just filling up those puke bags and just getting them from people behind us and in front of us.
I've never seen anyone use the puke bag before. I've seen a million of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I used them then. I'm fine now. I feel like it's a mental thing. I can just not puke. That's crazy.
Before the show, we got the stickers. I got the stickers. Brad sent me stickers. I'm all happy about that. And before the show, we were having this conversation about stickers, and I said, I thought about putting on my truck, but I fucking hate stickers on cars. And then I stopped talking about it because I was like, I actually want to talk about this on the show. It irritates me. I judge. Daniel Tosh has a whole bit about putting stickers on your car makes you look poor, and I 100% agree. Like, I am on that train. Sorry if our listeners, if you have stickers on your car, the more stickers there are, the more white trash I think you are. It's just disgusting to me. But then again, I will say, I have a sticker on my car. But I think I'm doing it better than everybody else. Because I have fully tinted out windows on my truck, and then I just have a 7B sticker right in the dead center top, and it's black. So you really can't even see it. It's just, and that's the only sticker on there. I will say too, I've seen people do the same thing I'm doing, and I'll still talk shit. If they have like 4 black stickers on a black window, I'll be like, man, it just looks trashy. I don't think mine looks trashy. Maybe I'm being biased and I'm wrong, and mine looks trashy, but it's like hidden. But I really am not a big fan of stickers, especially if they're just like just a sticker on the back that's like saying something, just like Kate Brown is a piece of shit. Or I'm like, oh god damn it, like why are you doing this? Or like get off my bumper or something like that. Like fucking it looks so gross. I hate it. Or the
Jesus is my co-pilot.
Jesus is my co-pilot. The trucks that I'll have like, if you can read this, flip me over. Like, oh my god, just dude, take the stickers off your fucking truck. I'm not into it.
I've seen paid for by OnlyFans.
And then so this is what I was gonna say. And then like in Oregon, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but it's huge in Oregon. Whoever designed this sticker, hopefully they're making money because everyone in fucking Oregon has this sticker. There's an Oregonian. Have you seen this? Have you seen that sticker?
No.
It's, dude, they're fucking everywhere. So it's like O-R-E and then gun, and it's like bigger than the rest of the letters. And then they've like fit an AR-15 somehow is like in the letters like type deal. And then Gunnian or whatever. Yeah. Fucking everyone has it. Everyone fucking has it. And
Well, I've put 3 or 4 stickers on my cars before. That I don't currently have one. I've put 2 Philadelphia Eagles stickers on vehicles before.
Eat Philadelphia Eagles?
No, just Philadelphia Eagles.
Eat Philadelphia Eagles. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
No.
So I think it's trashy, but then there's another thing. The reason I bring up the Oregonian stickers, one, I think it's trashy. Mm-hmm. I think any sticker is dumb. Like, I don't get why anything you're broadcasting on your car, I never understand. Like, a lot of people put their, Glock stickers or SIG stickers on their car, and it's like, okay, you're just announcing to the world that there's a gun in this car. You know what I mean? Like, why are you doing that? That's dumb. Like, that is dumb. I don't enjoy that. Again, I think it's trashy, then also dumb on that. The Oregonian one, again, to me, in Oregon, I feel like a lot of people, I don't know if you guys if Idaho people would understand this, or even you would understand this, but, which I think is really sad, but you're essentially that sticker is saying, I'm a Republican. You know what I mean? Like, that first thing it's doing. Like, and then I think that's I think it's fucked up, but I don't get why you would do that in Oregon. Like, you were just asking to get your car fucked with. Like I've worked with a few people that have Trump stickers on their car, and I'm like, I'm all about it. Like it makes me sick that you have to worry about vandalism to your car just by having a Trump sticker on your car. But, like, that is a reality in Portland. You do not put a fucking Trump sticker on your car. You're going to get your windows broken. You know what I mean? Like, that's super fucked up. I think it's absolute bullshit that it's like that. Yeah. Because if you were in Idaho and you had a Biden sticker on, no one's going to fucking break your windows out of your car. You know what I mean? But, again, it's like, why are you announcing to the world, or campaign stickers? Like, don't put fucking Trump stickers on your car. Like, I don't know. I don't know. You've never seen you've never seen a Maserati with a fucking sticker on it. You know what I mean? Like, no. Or a Lamborghini or something like that. Like, you just don't, you wouldn't do that. Rich people don't do it. It's not classy. It's not classy to.
No.
I don't know.
I agree. I have no plans of putting stickers on my cars from now on.
But if you want a sticker for your car, Erick and Bradshaw.
Yeah, email erickandbradshaw@gmail.com and I'll send you one. I sent some out the other day at the post office. 2 got returned to me. I have no fucking clue why, and it kind of annoyed me. Don't think I've had mail returned to me before, so I got to go back to the post office and figure out why.
So,
because I went to the front desk at the post office and I talked to the lady and she scanned all my stuff. So it's like, why would it get returned to me? Shouldn't she know at the post office if there's a problem? Wrong? I don't know.
Do you mail?
I had 5 things that were identical.
Do you mail a lot?
No.
I was wondering that when you said that, I was like, I kind of see Brad as someone that maybe has sent more shit out than the average person, has dealt with the post office more. I've dealt with the post office or postage in general like 10 times in my life, maybe.
No, I've done a lot more than that because I've sold a lot of stuff online.
See, and I've never sold shit on eBay. I don't sell shit. I would if someone came to me today and was like, you need to ship this somewhere, I would have to Google like, okay, what do I do? Like, I don't get what I do. Like, do I go get stamps? Where do I get stamps? Do I go to the post office? Yeah, I would have so many questions on how I do that. I would never...
Yeah, well, I don't ship stuff too much, like, from my mailbox. It's usually going to the post office. And a lot of times I use the kiosk thing there, like I did with your package. But sometimes I go to the counter, like I did with this lady. I don't understand why I had 5 envelopes that were identical with a sticker in them, and then 2 got returned back to me. I don't get it. So, a couple people's stickers are going to be like a week behind.
Actually send to their house and then it was returned to sender, or it just came to your address?
Yeah, I think it just came to my address.
Well, you know that they say that the postal service is like fucked, and then they're like aren't they downsizing right now? Even though they're like $1 billion in debt or some shit like that.
Oh, they're way more. Yeah, way more than that. And they had stamps on them that said non-machinable. And I Googled, what does non-machinable mean for postage, and I didn't fucking find anything. So I was like, I just have to go back, put them on the counter, say, hey, I tried to ship these. Why didn't they ship? Whatever.
You don't have a mailbox? You can just flip a thing up and stick it in the mail?
Yeah, but I don't do it that way very much.
Why? That seems like what I would try to be doing. Like, outgoing mail. Yeah, flip a thing up. Stick a letter in there. Get some stamps.
Well, I always don't know if I have enough postage on it.
I would Google, how do I ship it? How many stamps do I need? And then I think you're supposed to weigh it, right? And then the weight is fucking...
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. It's easier to just go in.
Okay. I don't even know. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Yeah, you don't.
I would have to Google.
You don't know.
I'd rely on Google for all this.
Well, the Postal Service fucked me up. This is why we need to privatize everything.
Oh.
Here's my idea. Here's my idea, okay? Look, episode 52, there's 52 states in the United States. I want to get rid of some of them. And I think what we should do is every state should become its own country, just like Africa, and get rid of our big government and just go to no more federal taxes and just every state be its own country, and you just pay the taxes in your state. And what happens once a month, you get an email like you do from your power company, and you get a receipt from where all your taxes go on everything. I know you're down with that. That's a good idea. And then every state for itself.
I'm down with fucking segregating some shit up, but 52 fucking new countries and breaking America down sounds absolutely fucking horrific. Like, it would just...
No.
Dude.
It's a good idea.
Privatize
everything. Privatize the DMV, privatize the post office.
It would turn into, like, what's going on with the fucking EU. You know what I mean? Like, it would just turn into this shit show of all these countries that are so closely related, and then they like want their own currency, and so there's like issues there. So like, okay, we gotta have our own currency. Everyone's gotta be like, you might like Germany, France, England, like they might as well all just be one fucking country. But then you know what I mean? It's like
no one gets their own currency. We're not doing that.
Because I think Europe's a great example of that. Because look at them. They are having a fucking hard time with this thing. They've been debating that. Hasn't it been like I don't pay much attention to the news, but I get blips of it, and I kind of have an idea what's going on over there. And am I right that this has been like a 20-year thing with Europe of like trying to, do we open borders up there? Do we all share a currency? Blah,
yeah,
blah, blah,
I don't care. Look, what did we do in the 1700s? We saw what was happening in Europe, and we did it better. So now, if we see what they're doing now, we'll just do it better. Divide them up. I say we get rid of Hawaii. I say we give it back to the native Hawaiians there, and then we divide up the rest of the states, and you pay the taxes for your state. Privatize fire department, privatize the taxes inside that state, privatize DMV, post office, libertarian, all the way around. Can you imagine someone in like Alaska getting news alerts about Biden? They'd be like, this has nothing to do with me. They're on their own. They can do their own thing now.
Yeah.
No big government.
I mean, I don't know.
Privatize schools.
I just feel like if we all broke apart, our military would be garbage because they would all be. You'd have to dismantle the military, and then everyone would have to have their.
Well, we would still need the military, so we'd all have to sort of pay into that.
Now it'd be like an EU type situation where everyone would be arguing like, well, who says who's doing what there? And then you'd go, well, why the fuck am I paying as much as fucking California's paying? They have twice as many people. And it would just turn into a whole fucking shit show. Like everything else turns into a shit show. I don't think we need to be dismantling America at all. It's just, it's a fucked up time, and I think the fucked upness just comes from the citizens themselves. Everyone like blame the government. It's the citizens. We're all fucking pieces of shit. We don't do our civic duties, and it just trickles upwards from there. And then we're in a situation like this. And then not only that, you have multiple generations which haven't gone through any war, any real poverty. Mm-hmm. We're just fucking spoiled. We're spoiled fucking people, and this is what happens when you have a bunch of spoiled people. Shit just starts falling apart. You have a country of 280 million people, and one black guy dies, you know what I mean? And they fucking start burning everything. It's like, there's 280 million people. If you expect one black guy not to get killed, like, you're fucking high. Like, that is just like, it's gonna happen. Like, shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, and then it just, everything in any climate and any side you're on, whatever you're mad about, that's what, it's after the Great Depression, people weren't like this. You know what I mean? People were fucking like, whew, thank you, Lord. Like, thank you, Lord, I got a job. Yeah. Like, woo, fucking yeah. Like, we're all happy right now. Fucking, that's good news. Yeah, we haven't had a Great Depression. It's what we need. We need a good old Great Depression. Come on in. Fucking fuck us all over. And everyone would fucking shut their mouths real quick. Shut their mouths real, when no one can get a job. When it's just, you can't get a fucking job. Which isn't, dude, I feel like I was on this the other day. I feel like I looked at the percentage of people who, the unemployment rate during the Great Depression, I was like, that's actually not as much as they make it sound. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you think? When you hear the Great Depression, don't you think like 80%? You know what I mean? No. Like 30. I didn't even think it was
40,
that much.
max.
I don't even think it was that much. It was like...
Yeah.
It was like 10% or something like that. And it was like, fucking... Yeah. And I don't know. I just never really thought about that because they don't say that in history books. Yeah, I didn't feel like I remember that from history class. Like, really breaking down the statistics. They're just like... They just show you the picture of that old lady, like, in black and white. Like, you know what I mean? You know, you just get that famous picture fucking...
Yeah, this was everybody.
Yeah, and then you get the Dust Bowls. It's just like, it was fucking... Da-da-da-da-da. I don't know.
Privatize everything.
I'm down with that. I'm not down with breaking up 50
office.
states. I'm not, unless that's what you meant by privatize everything. But
no, break them up.
I'm down
no more federal taxes except for military.
I would be down with like breaking out like.
Because it is kind of crazy that we only care about who's president, and we want to know what he does every single day, and we don't care about what the governor in our state's doing or the mayor in our town. We want to know about the president who's 1,200 miles away. It's like, fuck that. Just break it down smaller, taxes. That way the federal government can't be like, boom, all these guns are illegal. Or boom, you have to do this in all your states. Or boom, it's like, no, because you can't say the same thing goes for California that goes for North Dakota. I just want the more states to just be more unique with each other, from each other. And it's crazy that I owe $1,300 in taxes, and I don't know where my tax money goes. So we need that monthly email that's like, you paid this and this.
I'm totally against what you're saying, though. As much as I'm mad at the climate and at a lot of things, I also feel like we have the best.
No, you're for the tax receipts.
Of any
you're
situation,
for that.
and I feel like no one acknowledges that nowadays. Like, our government really is. And then they're just like, well, it takes forever to get anything done. It's like, well, it was designed that way. The checks and balances there to like not give certain people enough. If shit happened really quick and really easy, it'd be super fucking dangerous. You know what I mean? Because then you could get like Biden in, or Trump that has like all these, and he just fucking woo and just walk through and just like, we're changing this. We're fucking changing this, and we're changing. It's like, no. You gotta go through the Senate. You gotta get, you know what I mean? You have to fucking go through your steps, and then the last step is the fucking president's table. It's a beautiful system. It sucks. You know, and all of it sucks. There's fucking pros and cons to all of it. It sucks that they write bills and they pack all this bullshit in bills, but it makes sense because if they didn't fucking do that, they couldn't get everyone together and fucking talk about every single subject. You know what I mean? And like break all these subject downs and do single bills for each of them. They have to bunch that shit together because there's too many topics to go over, and you can't get hundreds and hundreds of people all together and like work that shit out. Then if you tried to do that, it would literally gridlock. Nothing would get done at that point. But it does suck.
Yeah, well, there's pros and cons
to that shit. But it's like, look at I don't give a fuck. We have the best nation in the world. Like, we do. We have the best nation in the world. It was the most well put together, and no one has ever fucking come up with something together. And this fucking people have tried, but they've been trying for fucking 3,000 years, and we have the best. Yeah. And if I don't know, I think so. I feel pretty strongly about it, and I feel like a lot of people in my neck of the woods don't feel that way, and I think you're all wrong.
Well, if I was president, if I was supreme dictator, supreme leader, I'd say, all right, all states are separate countries now, and we're getting rid of Hawaii. You go back to the natives, and Alaska, you do your thing. Texas, you do your thing. Florida, you do your thing, and you just pay your own taxes in your states and make your own laws. And privatize everything. No more government programs. If you have a national park, privatize the management of it. Privatize the fire department. Privatize DMV. Everything's going to run much better.
Isn't it weird?
I don't know. But you all have to still pay a small percentage.
Socialized things work pretty fucking good. Like, I think the police department and the firefighters work. It's a pretty streamlined situation. You know what I mean? And it's pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know if. I think those two things are perfect examples of a social system working exactly how it should. I mean, that's like fucking heresy in today's, if you were to say that the police system works the way it should. I think it does. I think it works fucking awesome. Of course you're going to have...
Well, except for pay.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay for a fucking... It would really fucking suck balls if you had to pay for a fucking cop to come to your house. If it was privatized, they'd work that out. They'd be like, well, now you got to pay me a goddamn bill. All right, I'm coming to your fucking house. And then it would... You know, and that wouldn't...
I'm saying their pay. They shouldn't be paid $35,000, $40,000 a year.
Yeah, that kind.
Everything kind of works except for their pay.
It's still a pretty good system. That
your
house
I agree,
starts burning down, you fucking just call. You call the fire department, it comes saves your fucking house, and you don't get stuck with the fucking. You don't have to pay for, 10 guys for 5 hours out at your house, and they're $2 million truck that they just pulled up. You know what I mean? You're not getting a fucking bill like, well, you owe us $10,000 now. Why is it that we don't get bills for that, but then you get bills for ambulance? It doesn't make sense.
Well, because they're
privatized.
They're privatized.
Aren't they? See? Yeah. Come on.
But maybe if they were government run, they'd be a shit show, like the DMV.
If I call a fucking cop, he's gonna be here pretty fucking soon. Fire department's gonna be here real fucking soon.
Yeah, they are.
I'm all about privatized shit, but you do have to admit when shit works pretty good. And I've always said that. Like, when I was a bleeding heart liberal, one of my biggest arguments was with healthcare system was like, why do we stop at healthcare? Like, why is it we're all right with having a socialized police department, fire department? Like, why can't we just include hospitals and shit into that? Like, I still feel that way. Like, I feel
no, it'd be terrible.
I feel less that way now that I'm on the other side of the aisle, but I still you'll never convince me like that it's a bad idea to at least talk about it. And like I'm still dead center of that argument.
I think it's
and
bad
I'm
idea.
leaning more towards like it would be pretty fucking cool if you I totally get the argument, and I agree with the argument that it's if I break my leg, it's really fucking scary that I have to think about it. I mean, I just fucking I work for a company. I pay a lot of money in taxes. I pay, for health insurance, all that shit. As a young person, it's fucking bullshit. I don't know if we've ever talked about this on the show, but I am upset about this situation. So, 2 years ago, I fucking wrapped a chain around my finger at work, and I got a little tiny blood blister. You got a little blood blister, right? That happened on a Monday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Monday or Tuesday, I fucking grabbed the blood blister at work and fucking ripped it and popped it. You know what I mean? I've done that a million times in my life. You know what I mean? Popped blood blisters like that, just like that. Everything's fine. Thursday rolls around. At the end of Wednesday night, I'm fucking getting off work, and it's the middle of summer, and I'm like, man, I don't feel very good. And like I'm walking out, and one of the guys is like, dude, you're white. Like you were fucking pale as a ghost right now. And I'm like, man, yeah, I don't fucking feel good. And then we had a pour the next day, and I go to an urgent care, do all that shit. They're like, if this gets worse, you should go to the ER. And my finger was starting to swell up right where I popped that fucking thing. I was getting an infection in my finger right where that fucking thing was. And fucking that night, I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, dude, just fucking sweating. I'm in a hotel room. I'm up in Olympia, in a hotel room, sweating balls. And I wake up, dude, like feverish, and fucking, I get in my truck to go to the ER, and I make it a block down the road, and I'm like thinking, and I just stop and turn around and go back to the hotel. I'm like, okay, I think about the process of what's about to happen. I was like, if I check myself into an ER right now, I'm like way away from home. This is going to suck. I don't know anybody here. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to suck balls. I was like, what I need to do is tough it out until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, right after everyone goes to work, once the freeways all clear up, and then I'm going to beeline it towards Portland, which is a 2-hour drive. And I fucking did it. And when I got to Beaverton, it was 2 hours later, and I had 103 degree temperature. I drove 2 hours at 103 degrees, and it was the worst day. It was a bad day. I was fucking...
Okay.
Oh, dude, I was doing about 100 all the way. I was like, I don't give a fuck. If I get pulled over, fucking give me the ticket. I don't fucking care. Like, I want to...
So what's this have to do with the socialized healthcare?
I'm sorry. It was a good story. I told the story.
Okay.
Okay. I spent 3 days in the hospital. I figured I should give some backstory to why I was in the fucking hospital. And then the drive was a fucking horrific drive. So I get to the hospital.
It sounds
I was there for 3 days. This is my first my first time I think I'd ever been to the emergency room. I'd been to the emergency room once before that. Maybe twice. When I was a little kid, I went, but I didn't have to deal with bills. You know what I mean? It had nothing to do with me. And fucking, this is my second time as an adult, but the first time I just blew the bill off. It was when I was way younger. I did not give a shit what that bill said. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't fucking care. You fucking come after me. You know what I mean? I don't know anything. This bill I cared about. I was like, okay, I gotta pay this bill off. So I'm in the hospital, I'm like, well, this is fine. I have health insurance. Like, I'm good. Like, this is what I have health insurance for. And then after all is said and done, I figure out that fucking hospital visit cost me $3,000. My deductible for insurance is $3,000 fucking dollars. So it didn't matter one fucking bit that I had health insurance. And they're like, and then I'm talking to someone that like, I have a friend whose wife works at the hospital here, and what she does is deals with financing shit. You know what I mean? Like, she's in that department of the hospital. And like she doesn't work in the hospital. She works at a business office, but that's what she does. And she was explaining to, I sat down with her and she like kind of broke it all down to me. Because I'm like, why do I owe money? This doesn't make any sense to me. And she's like, okay, well, the deductible, you meet your deductible that year, and then now everything for the rest of the year is covered. I'm like, I'm fucking 28 years old. I'm not going to the hospital anymore this year. And she's like, yeah, that sucks. And I'm like, that's fucking bullshit. Like, that is fucking bullshit. So they're just fucking me up until I'm 60, and then that deductible actually makes sense. Because I'm going to pay my $3,000, but I'm probably going to end up spending $15,000 throughout the year in health insurance shit. Now it's all going to be covered. So it's like the whole health insurance racket fucks you until you're old, and then it covers you. So the whole thing with, even though I'm paying health insurance, privatized health insurance, not Obamacare bullshit, like, I'm still, all it's doing is it's covering old people and fucking young people. So it's like, this is stupid. It's a stupid system. So either just fucking socialize it. Just fucking socialize it.
No, because
that's all.
If it's socialized, they're gonna give you $3,000 of care, but they're gonna charge you 10 in taxes.
Insurance companies are fucking bullshit. Insurance companies are bullshit. I get the incentive to have a doctor's office that they are like working for capital. I get that, and it makes total sense to me.
Yes.
But the
and
system
you need to have multiple
right
healthcare
now,
providers.
Before Obamacare, before we even started the kind of push towards socialized healthcare, is fucking bullshit. And if you can't admit that, you're fucking high as a kite. Because it is absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
It is absolute bullshit. And it's a real problem. And just because a lot of people, I think, that have this argument, they haven't fucking dealt with it yet, that they haven't hurt themselves and gone to the hospital. And what I had to do was really small in the problems. But it's like, what happens if like, there's so many variables, and the fact that we have to worry about that is really fucked up. Like, sorry, my phone just went off.
Well, yeah, they say if you get cancer, you might as well file bankruptcy, no matter how much money you have.
And that's just not...
But what you want is the freedom to tell your healthcare provider to fuck off if you're not happy with your plan and go find the plan that you like.
Okay.
And not just be stuck with one system.
But just really tie that... Okay, this is the old me's argument. Because this is the one fucking thing that really gets me going. Is... Okay, but what about the police? Like, you know what I mean? What about the police? It works so good. You call a fucking cop. You don't have to worry about breaking the bank. You know what I mean? What would it fucking be like if you literally, either with the fire department or police department, that you actually had to stop and think, like, is it actually worth it for me to make this phone call right now? Because with healthcare shit, you literally, anything you do, you have to have that thought process. Is it financially worth it for me to do this? And you'll stop help. Like, you'll have a fucking toothache and you'll be like, no, I can't go to the hospital. Like, okay, what do I need to do here? What's financially like, that's bullshit. And I
think everyone has the story like that, because I've driven myself to the emergency room trying not to pass out, trying to stay conscious, because I was like, don't call an ambulance for me. Don't do it.
And see, that's wrong. It's wrong. What if it was like that with police officers, and you didn't know any better, and you literally, can you not at least picture a world to where the police system was like how insurance companies and the healthcare system has worked, and a bunch of people would be arguing like, if we fucking socialized it, it'd be a fucking nightmare. The police would be 2 hours late to your house, and it's like, okay there, Kimosabi, like, fucking calm down on your accusations on how you think the healthcare system would work if we socialized it. Like, I get the argument. I do get the argument, but you do got to look at, like, police, firefighters, those kind of socialized systems. Like, why do those work so well? They're getting called all the fucking time, and yet that shit's streamlined. If I call a cop, it's going to be 2 fucking minutes, and that cop's going to be at my door. You know what I mean? If it's a serious situation. Like... Or same with the fire department. Like, why can't it be that way with healthcare? I do think people take advantage of shit, and that shit pisses me off. With, like, you know, that kind of plays into the argument too. People like taking advantage of, like, disability and crap, and that shit just kind of clogs up.
Yeah.
Shit like that. I don't know. I just think it's at least worth the argument, and at least I think a lot of people that are against socialized healthcare should at least, like, I don't know, rethink, like, do you really feel that way? Do you really feel like it's not fucked the way it is now? And that a few bad situations, you'd be singing a totally different fucking story. You'd be like, this is fucked.
Yeah, it's in some cases it's fucked, but I think it could get worse.
It could get worse
when you get there and you're like,
denying that it could get better is that's not a utopian thought. That is like a legitimate thought. That is not a crazy idea. It very well could happen. And then, yeah.
I mean, I've heard stories in like Canada where it's like you need a kidney and it's like, all right, 6 months, can't get you in, you gotta wait. It's shit like that. And I think when you're like, yeah, it'd suck if you got a bill after the firefighters or cops came to your house. But the thing is, if you're not paying taxes, you have the money for that. You know? No more federal taxes, which takes out so much money from each paycheck. And it's privatized.
No, bro. Okay.
I don't know. Okay. I baited you straight into that shit. Privatize everything. Are you getting a vaccine?
Fuck no. Absolutely.
I feel a lot of peer pressure to get one.
And it's kind of... I don't play that shit.
Kind of not my thing.
I
never get a flu shot.
But I've always felt, like, especially when I started...
Do you get a flu shot?
I think I did one, but I was in a fucking weird mindset. And then I got it, and I was like, why the fuck did I just do that? Like, I am a...
Weird.
Okay, I get it. I'm not against vaccines. It's just... I'm a selfish person. And I'm selfish. I'll fucking admit that. I don't give a fuck about any of y'all. Like, I don't. And I think you're all high if you are claiming this high horse that you actually aren't as selfish as I. I'm just willing to fucking say it. Like, I'm a selfish fucking person. And I don't really...
Well, like, everybody is going to admit that vaccines work.
To get one, but I don't want one. Like...
Well, that's how I'm thinking too. But I think everyone will admit that they work well with like smallpox and you know, all that shit. No,
I don't deny vaccines. But what I also am really fucking weary about is how this whole thing is just like flowing through testing. And I really am skeptical of like, I don't think we know. How would they know? How would they know if there's side effects? If Corona hit 1 year ago today, there is no fucking long-term evidence. There is no fucking way. There is no fucking way. And in 5 years, when people start growing ears at the top of their fucking head, I'm be like, fucking dumbasses. Like, that's what you get when you don't do tests. Like, I'm all about it. You guys fucking great. Whatever makes us get back to full functioning open, I am so happy with it at all costs. But as far as... There's two people I care about, me and the daughter and soon to be fucking son. I don't want any of us getting that shit. Fuck that. Y'all have a heyday with vaccines. I don't want it.
You don't want the daughter getting injected with the vaccine?
And what the problem is in the state I'm in, I guarantee, because they're already doing it in California, it's going to be mandatory to go to school, which really fucking irritates the shit out of me. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but I think there's a lot of bullshit with vaccines. Like, I watched this whole video, whatever. It's all sketchy to me. Why are we injecting people with chemicals? And supposedly the fucking, what's that called? Hepatitis C? Hepatitis B? What's the bad?
Hepatitis X?
Hepatitis C? Whatever. The one fucking, the bad one. They make fucking kids, it is required. In California, a child has to have that vaccine. They have to. It's required by law.
Yeah.
The only fucking way a kid can have hepatitis C, well, I always forget the A, B, C, D, whatever. The only way they can have that is either if their parent has it, or if they've been needle, or fucking blah, blah, blah. A fucking kid isn't going to have it. If their parents don't have it, why are they getting that vaccine? It's absolute bullshit. And the amount of like aluminum inside that fucking vaccine, like people, they get sick for days after the fucking vaccine. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And if that doesn't make sense, then it's like everything else across it's like, this is just sketchy. It's all sketchy. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm not against it. It's just, It's all fucking sketchy. It's all a little weird. Little weird to me. And if that is true, if everything I just said is true, and yet all these fucking... I get that you went to medical school for a long time, and you're a doctor, and you get all this. I don't get how you can back all this shit up. Like, that just... I feel like when people say, like, you're anti-science, or you're anti-vaccine, or something like that, it's like, dude, if we're talking about concrete, like, let's say, okay, doctors have their thing, they're all about the medical field. Dentists have their thing. All these people have their fields that they're fucking in. Like, humans are just fucking humans. Even specialized humans. Even humans that have gone to college for a really long time for something, they're still just fucking dumb fucking humans. I work with engineers who have been to college for a long fucking time, and they're still fucking retards. So if you're telling me that just because you have a medical degree just gives you some fucking massive power, dude, fuck that. There's so many goddamn doctors that are just bogus. You go to a doctor and they just fucking wheel you in, wheel you out. They do not give a shit. I get it all the time. Whenever I go to a doctor, they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Why is it that I had to figure out that I have high blood pressure? When I've been to a doctor a million times and they've strapped it up to me, and then I was like, you know what, I'm going to look up these numbers. And it's like, you have high blood pressure. And it's like, why is no one saying this to me? Like, why is it up to me to look into these numbers and no doctor has ever done that? Because they don't give a fuck. They're just wheeling people in and out. And then not only that, they're fucking humans. They're humans. They miss things. They have bias. You know what I mean? Like, they have like their shit that they, like, fuck that. Like, and then... I may be wrong, but that one thing about that vaccine and what, like, that's so fucked up to me. If all that shit's true, and again, this isn't my field, but if that is true, fuck any doctor that's all about prescribing that to children. Like, that's fucking bullshit. You're a piece of shit, and then did that somehow to just get lumped into all, like, anybody that has anything negative to say with vaccines is just anti-vax? Go fuck yourself. You're a piece of shit. Like, you really don't find it odd that... I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying we're pumping children with fucking chemicals. Like, it's just weird. It's just a weird thing.
Yeah. Well, that's not my experience with doctors. But for me, I just almost never get sick, and I never have got a flu shot, so I kind of just have to think for me personally. And it's like, I live alone and work alone. I don't feel like I'm going to get it. However, if it comes down to where I have to get it, I'm fine getting it. Because if it's like, whatever. If I die, I die. But then I was, so that's kind of where I'm at. And then this is from last week, actually. A week ago, I had this and I never got to it. But I saw, because I'm kind of feeling peer pressured by society when it first started, I was like, well, maybe half the population gets it, half, and the other half doesn't. But now I'm feeling like every single person's going to get it. So it's like, fuck, I didn't know I was going to be put back into this corner like this. But then I saw an article on CNN saying 40% of Marines have declined the vaccine. And then I was kind of like, oh, that makes me feel a little better. And, military officials said that it was due to the Marines feeling like it was rushed and they didn't know the potential long-term effects. And what happened, I saw that article on CNN just trying to find stuff for the show, and then the next day I saw it trending on Twitter, 40% of Marines, and I was like, that's the first time it's happened to me where I found the article before it was a trending topic.
Okay.
But that kind of made me feel a little better.
With just that, how can I do not understand how someone cannot just not have that thought. Like, how do we know that this is safe? You know what I mean? How? There hasn't been enough time. You can't have done any real, like, so if that's the case, why are so many doctors coming out like it's safe, it's a thing we need to do and thing we need to do? It's like, no, what you're saying right now is a bias. Like, well, and then all the doctors that aren't stepping up and saying anything, it's because they're getting, all the ones that are getting fucking castrated. There's been a few here in Oregon that they step up and are like, this is all fucking anything that, if they go against what the CDC or WHO is saying, they're fucking, they're getting shut down. Like, there's a few famous ones here in Portland that they just shut their shit down. They lose their fucking medical license, and it's like, what? Like, I don't know. This is all just like, I think there's a bias. It's just like,
I don't know. It's fucking sketchy to me. Like, what do you... And how can, if a doctor says things that are pretty common sense, like a few of these doctors, like they're talking about the mask thing, they're like, there's not that many studies done right at the beginning of this whole thing. They're like, why are you making it like state law that you have to wear fucking masks and shit like that? They're like, this is weird. Fucking next day, business shut down, medical license pulled. It's like, this person can't even have a fucking opinion? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, this is so weird.
It's very weird.
I don't know.
And I just never get sick. I have pretty good confidence in my immune system, but there's still a thing in me that's kind of scared of maybe I'll be the one that's like the 29-year-old who died from COVID. Maybe it'll kill me. But then I like talking to my buddy John. I was like, "Are you gonna get one?" He's like, "No." He's like, if it wasn't for the media, you wouldn't even know about coronavirus.
I think all of our listeners and you and all of our friends are a weird fucking pocket, because it's like, dude, look at, I mean, not talking any shit about them, but look at last week's episode. You know, all these guys from Seattle, look how they are. Look how they, well, we don't want to do a show because, it's not safe for, we don't want to do it till it's safe. It's like,
yeah.
Okay, like, you know what I mean? It's just in the water here. Like, that's how people are in these liberal places. It's like, and to me, I really feel like it's just saving. It's like saving face. It's like the only reason people are like this is because they don't want to be judged by everyone else. So it's just this spiral effect of like how woke can you? It's not even woke. It's like, how fucking I need to wear a mask just because I don't want my neighbors to think I'm a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Or I can't have gatherings, and it's what I mean. And then it just spirals down this safety, fucking rabbit hole. I don't know.
Yeah, and it don't make you a bad person. It's just like it's like you never say you were never an advocate for, I can't even think of a thing. You were never an advocate for like a certain cause, and all of a sudden out of nowhere you post like a hashtag for it. And it's like you're just kind of just going with the flow.
Yeah.
It's like I never heard you talk about SeaWorld before or fucking Asian hate or whatever. It's like, but now you're okay. But it doesn't make you a bad person. You just want to be involved, I guess.
Yeah. It's
I don't know. Now I feel like a bad person for not getting the vaccine.
I do not. I do not at all.
I do.
But, and at the beginning of this rant, I wasn't actually going in that direction. What I was going at is kind of the same thing you're saying. Okay, not really, but I've always leaned way more towards, especially right when I started working with sewage and shit like that, I was like, dude, my body is fucking bulletproof. You know what I mean? Like, I put myself through fucking, like, and I've always wondered that too. Like, why don't we put more merit in that? They say, like, it's like...
Yeah.
Like, why don't we put more merit in? Like, why is it that you Mexicans can drink the water and they're fucking fine, and we cross the border, we drink their water, and we get fucking sick for a week? And it's like, well, they're all fucking...
Well, because there's a problem...
They're immune to that.
There's a problem with scrubbing your house down with bleach all the time and shit like that.
So I mean, you're not exposed to any bacteria. Like, so expose yourself. Yeah. Get a little dirty. You know what I mean? Fucking... beat your body up a little bit. It's better for you. You let your immune system do some fucking work. I've always felt, I mean, it's not like I want to not have a clean house or anything like that, but it's like, I've fucking gotten sewage all over me multiple fucking times. Doesn't bother me at all. Actually, at the end of the day, I'm like, fuck yeah, bro. Bring it on. Bring this shit on. Fucking my immune system's out there.
You're into it.
Fucking, my immune system is like, the beginning of fucking... a Clockwork Orange, you know what I mean? Drinking milk, fucking whack, fucking thwapping bacteria out of the fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was milk with like ketamine.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but I just had this, fucking thing in my head. Just like I can imagine them. I don't even know what it means. Maybe they're bacteria, so they're out there fucking twirling fucking chains around, fucking beating the shit out of people. Don't they like rape some girl at the beginning of the movie or something like that?
Yeah, well, they're singing in the rain. Singing in the rain.
Yeah.
I'm singing in the rain. And then you can't think about that song without thinking about rape. Anyway, I think I have a pretty damn good immune system because I never get sick. Like, seriously. So I've probably had COVID, but there's still like a small percentage of me that be like, I'm the one that's gonna die. I'm the one that's gonna get it and die somehow. But I've been very social over the past year.
I'm well over that fear. I just don't. And especially summer times here, dude. All my depression, all my negative thoughts are just drifting away. Dude, I don't know if it's like that where you're at.
I can
dude,
tell.
It is fucking summertime here. Like, I'm ready to go swimming, dude. It is fucking legit out in these parts.
I mean, I have my air conditioning on today.
Going on. We have fire warnings. It's fucking April, and we have fire warnings. They say it's going to be...
Oh, dude, we've had fire warnings we've had fires here that got really bad already.
Already?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've been in fire warnings for a while.
Oh, wow.
It's because it's such a weak winter, it's very dry. And it's windy, too, so dry in the wind, that's where the fire warnings come from.
I've never noticed in Idaho or Oregon this early in the year. Maybe they bypassed me, but I've never noticed one that wasn't in August. You know what I mean? Where the fire, right now you drive by that place in Sandpoint across the street from the high school, fucking Smokey the Bear with a little sign. It's gonna say low. It always did up until August, and then June they bumped that shit up to medium, July, and then August fucking high. All red.
Oh no, we've already had it. And what's crazy here is that we had a pretty decent fire north of town here, and it was a windy day and it was very dry, but the fire department put it out after like 12 hours. Like, it was burning and like jumped the highway and burning. And I'm like, how do you put it out in a flat, dry field when it's windy and it's moving quick? They must be fucking rock stars, because I don't get how you can fucking stop it that quick. So once they put it out, I was like, fucking good work. Hopefully fires don't get too bad this year.
Fields? Like, isn't that a whole thing?
Yeah, but you don't want them burning houses and shit like that. Yeah. Hopefully they don't get too bad, because I feel like they've gotten a lot worse as time goes on.
What were you going to say earlier about the intro song? And before the show, and I told you to stop?
You told me shut the fuck up, stop talking?
Yeah. I want it.
No, the music you use, my conclusion is, after extensive couple minutes of research, is just that the songs that you use don't exist anywhere else on the internet. So it doesn't really matter to name them, because you can't find them anywhere.
Oh, really?
They don't exist anywhere. Yeah. Yes.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Did you just try one or two songs and maybe that artist?
I've tried a couple. And I like typed the lyrics in and typed the artist in the name like you told me and stuff like that, and they're no.
Oh, I've never tried that.
So these people must have just
that. Why would bands not? Why? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, the bands must have just sold them straight to the website and said, we'll just sell it to you and not put it, and it won't be anywhere else online. Trust me.
Okay.
I mean, you can try to find one. And I could be wrong also. Maybe just the 2 or 3 I tried to find, I couldn't find. But I tried.
They're all legit songs. I don't get why you wouldn't why these people wouldn't have a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, well, even like Aves or whatever, the band has a YouTube channel and has other songs, but not that song. So it's like they just sold that one song to the website, and they have their other songs everywhere else. I don't know.
Yeah, they might have done that. They might have just bought the rights for it, and they can't. Now they can't.
Yeah,
now they can't make money off that or monetize it or anything, so they just drop the song.
Yeah, or it's just exclusively to the website's like, we'll give you a couple $100 or $1,000, and it's just exclusively ours now. That's all. I'm not saying it's bad music or anything. It's just nowhere else online, I think. I could be wrong.
Interesting. Okay. I thought you were going to say something totally different.
No.
Okay.
That's what I told you. There's nothing bad.
Yeah, going paintballing tomorrow, so that's going to be awesome. Super excited about that. I don't know why I wrote this down, but I was thinking about it throughout the week, and it was just really funny to me. I had a friend, me and this dude weren't actually that good of friends, but a lot of people would go over to his house to party. and I was one of those people that ended up at his house partying. And one night, everyone like parties over, and like we're all kids, 17, 18, 19, and fucking and it was like his mom lived in the house, but like allowed kids to come party in the house, and fucking
yeah.
There's this kid. It was just I don't know why I thought about this, but I was like, why would you do this? So, anyways, all these kids are sleeping on on the ground in a living room, like just all these sleeping bags and shit, just passed out. Like all the couches are taken, and then there's like all these people sleeping, and fucking I walk in. I don't know why I was in the room. It's been so long ago. I don't remember the situation, but I'm in the room, and I don't know if the person sleeping did this, but anyways, they've got a wall, a massive fucking wall of fucking like, I don't know what the 2x12s, and then bricks, like orange or red bricks, like bricks, maybe cinder blocks, but I think they were bricks. I don't know, but anyways, it's just stacked 2x12 and then VHS movies. And then stack 2 bricks, and then 2x12, and then VHS movies. And then stack to the ceiling all the way down. Just VHS movies. Fucking one of the biggest collections I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Well, damn. I'm in there at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I think it's a person in a sleeping bag, like fucking rolls and moves and kicks one of the fucking bricks out from under the fucking deal. And dude, thousands of movies and bricks and 2x4s come crashing down on all these fucking people, dude. And I mean, makes the fucking gnarliest noise that you just hear moans like, ah! I don't know why. I just had that memory and fucking.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think the memory came from just like, why would you not see the problem with doing something like that? Just like stacking shit up that a problem might not arise. And then not only that, you have bricks that are stacked fucking 8 feet in the air. Like, how dangerous. How it is that one of those kids didn't end up in the fucking hospital after that is bananas. You know what I mean?
Brick to the back of the head. Yeah.
But then it was also really funny.
Crazy.
The noises that were made by all the kids underneath it, just, ah! And they're just covered in VHS tapes.
Jesus. That's crazy.
You want to wrap this bitch up? What are you thinking?
If you want.
What do you want to do?
I mean, I don't have anything else.
I don't either.
It's cutting into my Warzone time.
Well, you can
chasing
that
dragon.
Warzone. That's fine.
Chasing that number one spot.
I wasn't done with the cars. I'm ready to go start cleaning the windows and then cleaning the insides of the cars. I tried polishing it, and I was using this like polished shit, and I didn't like how it was turned off. So then I re-washed some of the truck. Yeah.
And I'll be here next week. Wait, I'll be here next week, then the following week, and then after that I'm going to Idaho for a week. So I'm kind of trying to mentally prepare for that, and financially. It's a lot of work.
Okay. Rock and roll.
It's a long drive.
I'll probably just do an episode by myself that week. I don't know.
If you want. And thinking we'll have a guest next week too.
What's up?
Don't forget. I'm thinking we'll have a guest next week too. Don't forget.
Yeah, I'm excited. That'll be a good one.
I'll have to prepare for
this
that.
This one will be a good guest. This will probably be my favorite guest. Not that I'm picking favorites, but...
I have my favorites.
Yeah. Erick and Brad Show, episode 52, in the books.
Hell yeah.
Love y'all.
I will always Something